Very happy to have with us Mr. Lawrie consultant with the Chowgule College on this diploma program which they're conducting called Aviation, Hospitality and Customer Services. Mr. Colaco, thank you very much for being with us this morning. Can you just give us a brief on what this course is all about? What is it going to achieve?
The key area that we're looking at creating through this course is employability. We've realized that Goa being blessed with tourism and hospitality, there's a lot of jobs, but however, many times we do not get skilled labor. So the key area is we're going to skill students and have them employed, maybe in Goa or abroad. The cruise ships, the airlines is what we're going to constantly look at. The key areas, again, another key area that we're going to consider is training students towards very industry relevant skills rather than training them towards theories that are not on the approach line. Trends are changing, and we at the training also are going to really work on very fast-paced trends that help students get both an exposure, real-time exposure, and get the practical know about how to go about things.
You talk about real-time exposure. This course is a one-year course.
Yes.
So where is real-time coming in?
Okay. So during the course, weekends, our students are connected. They work on weekends. So they go to the hotels. They work with events in the weekend. So that's one way they get guest connect. The course, again, 8 months they're going to be in center, while the rest of the time, the rest 4 months, they're going to be working in hotels or the airport, where they will be connecting and they will be learning on the job. So that's the on-job training aspect. The course is giving them a real-time exposure, that's what I said, because these experiences that they'll gain will help them decide and blend the academics. It's just not an academic approach, it will give also the industry approach.
So if I've understood you right, the theory part of this program is 8 months.
Yes, sir.
And the practical part is 4 months, and that is what is that one-year program all about.
Yes, sir.
And for that 1 year, you charge 85,000 rupees.
No, sir. The fees are priced at 50,000 plus GST.
Okay.
So basically, if you look at it, the reason we went, we kept it at that price point was because of the affordability. We realized that basically a lot of partners in the business really are high price, and maybe students who cannot afford may not get an opportunity to explore this. So we said let's work it out at a very limited area, and we'll create both quality, and we are looking at touching a lot of Goan youth.
So cabin crew would be one area, people on cruise ships will be another area,
Yes,
5-star, 4-star hotels would be another area,
Yes,
airports would be another area, and therefore, since there is such a wide variety of opportunities available, at what level are you aiming at? Are you aiming at 10th standard pass, 12th standard, or graduates?
So this course in specific is designed for 12th standard pass, but however, we'll again research out in the market, we'll again do a market study, and if we feel that there is a market for the 10th standard pass outs. Also to add to the job roles, fortunately for us, a large amount of QSRs take our students at associate levels or a little higher than the supervisory levels. A large amount of retail chains, maybe big bazaars or Mark and Spencer's, hire students from hotel management background. So the opportunity is endless. It's just that they need to start. Maybe if it's after 10th standard, they need to pass their 10th standard because that's become the minimum criteria. Or 12th standard is better because they're more mature in the classroom. It's much better communicating, and they understand. Their communication skills are better. We also get a lot of students from graduate and postgraduate backgrounds from different streams who may not be successfully able to get a job. So the key area that what we're trying to talk about is employment. And we're very happy to have had a lot of HRs from the industry, being on partner with us. They will be coming in and lecturing our students. They'll be talking to them on the real time, what you can expect from the industry, rather than just talking about, what the book says.
See, one of the things that I have noticed in Goa is that our students have a very, very low self-esteem. They cannot speak fluently in their own mother tongue, or definitely not in English or Hindi. Now, is there any focus on helping them to develop confidence in public speaking or things like that, so that they automatically come out in the open and say, yes, I can handle this?
So, well, of course, the course is inbuilt with personality development, grooming, talks about, we have, of course, basic English communication, basics of French communication also. So, but definitely the approach that a trainer follows is every day we have students giving a presentation. A little while is dedicated for them to give their presentation. We have group discussions, we have group activities where, where the student is forced to come out of their shell and talk. Because basically we've realized one thing, most of the recruitment camps that we've had, and fortunately for me, I've done a lot of them in Goa, the biggest challenge is getting the student to speak. They may know everything, but then they're very shy. They're very nervous, they do not have the self-confidence. So the aspect that we've realized is get them to speak on basic topics. So maybe like a random topic, like as random as blood could be an agenda, or maybe it could be food, it could be your picnic, favorite picnic spot. So we'll do anything that would make them to come and speak. Of course, we also have a lot of activities that we have put into the course. During the course time, we're going to make students, do presentations on those. So wine, food, cheese. So they will eventually, I think, get the exposure to come out in the open and speak.
How long has this course been running now?
So the course is running, we started the course on 1st of June.
Okay, this is
the first batch, okay. Yes. And of course, with what we look at is we look at starting another batch maybe by the mid of July. Because we've seen a lot of students. So we generally are not taking more than 25 students in a batch because it's very difficult for the trainer to personally connect with each of these students.
So you have already got your first batch ready and going?
Yeah.
Right, okay. So there we are. We have here a course in aviation, hospitality and customer services where you can be trained as a cabin crew, you can be trained for cruise ships, you can be trained for 5-star, 4-star hotels, you can be trained in the retail industry. There are various opportunities for 10 standard, 12 standard graduates. You just come here and spend a year, of which 8 months is given the practical training and 4 months you are put directly into hotels, airports, etc., where you learn on-the-job skills. I don't think if you have a preference for PR kind of jobs or working in the hospitality industry, this is it. You have got it. It's a relatively a very cheap program because it's only 50,000 plus GST, and you will within a year be able to get a job in any of these 4 fields I just explained. Thank you, Mr. Colaco, for giving us your time. I think
Thank you, sir.
It's a golden thing that you have created for our students in Goa, and I'm sure you will succeed.
Thank you, sir.
All the best. Take care. We are very happy to be in the office of the Technical Director of Chowgule College, and we are happy to have with us Mr. Shubhajit Datta, who is going to tell us a little bit more about what Chowgule College is about, their vision, their mission in life, and what they want to do with the student population of Goa. So, Mr. Datta, thank you very much for giving us the time. Just give us a brief thing of, because I think you're the first college in Goa that has started Bachelor in Vocational Studies.
Yeah.
That is a huge step you have taken because it is the step of where the government of India is pushing the whole population to go towards skill development.
Yeah, skill-based program.
Yeah, so I'm very, very impressed that Chowgule is the first college to start this thing, and therefore just wanted to hear your own vision of what you see for the current and the future of students in Goa.
Basically, that VWOC course started before we start our Tiger Studio from last 10 years. So that course are small 3-month diploma courses, something like photography, something like videography, little bit of editing, video editing, sound editing. So after that, after running successfully of 9 years that small programs, so we decide, so we'll do one thing, that it should be a diploma, advanced diploma program or something like 1 year, 2 years or 3 year course. So why we don't go for degree program? So we are thinking about that VWOC. So okay, in VWOC, so there is multiple entry and multiple exit also in VWOC program. So if you complete that first year of your education, 2 semester, if you complete your 2 semester, then it is considered as a diploma courses. If you complete your 4 semester, means 2 year program, then it is a advanced diploma. So simultaneously, if you complete your 3 years, then it will consider as a bachelor in vocational studies in multimedia, film studies, or 3D media and virtual reality. So we combined all the small courses, and that is give you that extra benefit. But after 1 year, now students can join any job also after complete that 1 year courses. So we are think, okay, we'll start that VWOC course in multimedia and the 3D media. So, and students, because Goa is a very small place,
Yeah, that's right.
and there is very less opportunity in film and media. So if any, because in photography and videography, some small course they are joining, and they are doing some entrepreneurs, means they have their own studio and they do their editing works at home. So so that's why we are thinking about that VWOC should be
So basically, if I understand you right, Mr. Datta, that you are training our students
Yes.
in Goa
yeah.
to ultimately become entrepreneurs in their
yes.
own fields
Own
of
field.
specialization.
Yes, it is not needed to complete their 3 years course.
Exactly.
After 1 year also they can do their graphics designing, because our first year curriculum we have graphics designing part, little bit of 3D part, and that illustrator and DATP work. So student can generate their own, you can say that's next semester course fee also, and you can say some financial part also they can earn after complete of first year. And that second year, it is the specialization from both sides. If it is go for 3D media, then it is the 3D film, 3D making film, 3D logo animation, some graphics animations. This all are 3D. And one more thing is multimedia and film studies. They can do their own short film, and after complete that 3 years course, they can become say film making and film director. In fact, our one more students in our 9 years back batch, he is the very good filmmaker in Goa and renowned. His name is Ram Prasad Arpaikar.
Okay.
So he make 2 movies that all are feature film. It is a full length movie.
Okay.
One is How to How, and one is In Search of Mother.
Right.
So
okay.
so we have some, in fact we have very good infrastructure. Then we can learn, we can teach all the students according to their requirement.
And how much do you charge for this program? Per semester, per 2 semesters?
Yeah, per semester. No, it is 1 year program. So in 1 year program we are charges 69,500.
Okay.
So in 69,500 including GST and all. The
So students, just think about this. If you feel that you don't have enough money and you are able to afford the first 2 semesters in Chowgule College and learn all about multimedia and digital filmmaking, you can go out, work, earn that money again and come and do the second, third and fourth semester.
yes.
And then go out again, come back, make some more money and do your final degree program.
Yes.
I think that's a fantastic idea, Mr. Datta, because this is the way to help students to
Yes.
to become a professional in their own field of
Yes.
activity. That's an amazing idea, really. You take students of any stream.
Yes. Because creativity is no bounding. Creativity is not required any science background, any commerce background, or any arts background. Creativity, any can do this thing. In fact, our first batch, we have 65 years old one Mr. Bodke. This came from Parvodi. So it is video editing. So I asked, why are you joining after complete your 65 years this your journey? He says, no, this is my hobby. No, this is my passion. It's long back now. I want to do some editing or something like that, but some financial crisis or some work, so I can complete my. So after retirement, so I am think now I am free and I can join that video editing course. So any age bar, there is no age bar and nothing.
Here is a very interesting aspect of this particular program. You can earn a degree now, even after you retire. which is quite amazing because they already had a student who was at the age of 65 learning to do this particular program, and he just wanted it because that was his passion. So any of you retired guys there in Goa who feel that you had this passion but didn't have the training, here is a golden opportunity. Come to Chowgule College and they will train you within a year, 2 years or 3 years. You choose whichever year, period you like, and if you really want to specialize, this is a golden opportunity. That is fantastic, Mr. Datta.
And,
wow.
and in fact, we have some short-term courses, some certificate courses, 3 month, 6 months also. Sometimes students know it's a 1 year, it is too long period of time.
Are those when you say short term, is the time per day also short term? I mean, for example, if I come in the morning, will I finish by lunchtime, or it's a full day program?
No, full day program. It is just 2 hours program.
Only 2 hours. Okay,
only 2 hours program. So first day it is theory program, next day it is practical, theory practical. So within 3 months or within 6 months you can complete your diploma in respective field.
What is your vision for the future, sir?
So I think my vision in film media and this multimedia and digital filmmaking, I want some of my students and achieve Oscar.
Right, okay.
And I think some Cannes or some Golden Globe awards or something like that.
So you are thinking like Mr. Rahman.
Yes, maybe. We can produce some A.R. Rahman also. Yeah.
So see this vision, incredible vision. Mr. Datta thinks that one day, and it may be a very close one day soon, not too far from here, that we will actually have the first Goan who can get an Oscar for what he has learned in the studio. That's an incredible vision. Mr. Datta, I thank you so much for your time, and I wish you well, and I hope our students in the community come here and do something that will achieve the vision that you have for them. It is brilliant. Thank you so much.
We're here at Chowgule College with Professor Presley Fernandes, and we're here to talk about this skill-based program for photography and cinematography. How did you take on a liking to photography and cinematography to start with?
Okay, so since I was a kid, so I am with the cameras with my friend. Okay, so I was learning this thing when I was in standard 6th also. Okay, so since then I thought of doing all this photography plus cinematography. So I just went to Mumbai and completed my cinematography. So I worked for some like telefilms. Plus we are working on the short films here in Goa.
So what is the course over here in Chowgule? I believe it's a skill-based course. You give the skill, the required skill, the basic skill, and of course the advanced skill. How long is the program, and what do you do in this program?
6 months we are giving them like basic of photography. So we are teaching them all the lighting techniques, plus how the first triangle works, and also later on for more 6 months we are teaching them the entire lighting technique, like outdoor lighting, indoor lighting. So it's an advanced course. So they can do the 6 months course, or else they can complete with a full 1 year. But they can't directly come for the advanced course.
Correct. So you have to do the 6 months course, and if you want, then you can advance to the 1 year course. What are the benefits that any human being or any person I know now has a mobile phone and we keep clicking photographs? What are the benefits for someone who just wants to probably look at photography as a hobby and not as a skill?
The hobby thing is like right now everyone is having a good mobile phones. Okay, so mostly they are busy clicking the selfies. Okay, so the best thing is what they can try out with understanding the lighting techniques, which you can click a good picture with a mobile phone also, and bit of composition. The rest, everything we need to have a good lenses and all that stuff, but which you can't fix it for your mobile. So having a good DSLR also works out good. Pretty much.
What kind of students have you seen who have joined your program so far?
So they come out with a lot of ideas because right now the YouTube is there. So they are trying to learn themselves from a YouTube, and then they come here. But the thing is, learning there is also helping a lot. Okay, but when you come on a practical base, it's totally different. So here we are giving like 80% practical and 20% of a theory. So the theory is a base of it, but the practicals, when you go on field, it's totally different because you need to experience a lot of like all of a sudden problems, how to sort it out. If the sun goes down, what you have to do now? Okay, so those are the things helps for a basic like who are learning the mobile photography plus the DSLR photography.
Wow. When we say skill-based program, that means that a person is, if not employable, but at least certainly has acquired a better skill than the others and has a better chance at employment or at the jobs and so on. So when they finish this, let's say 1 year advanced program, what are the steps that they can take from at that point of time?
So right now in Goa, if you see, there's a lot of scope in photography. Okay, there are many people who are coming from different countries, might be states, who are coming to do a photography in Goa. And we are having such a beautiful location in Goa. Okay, so the most of the people, they travel to Goa and they hire the photographer from Goa because they can't get the photographer from other places because it becomes expensive. Okay, so being a good photographer, we need to give our best skills because there is high competition level. Okay, but your skill is more important, like what you give. Okay, so you need to be special. That is more important. Yes. So after this completing this course, mostly the people, they go for like wedding photography. They learn, then the birthdays. Yes. So they can start with a very small thing, then they can grow up big. Wow. Okay, so the photographers, you can't say after learning the 6 months course also they can do good. Yes. Okay, it is up to them how fast they grasp it.
So you can be self-employed after finishing 6 months or a 1 year course. When we pick up photography as a topic in today's day and age, a lot of editing comes as a part of the process. Is editing also taught here?
Yeah, for that 6 months course, we are teaching them the basic of a Lightroom plus the Photoshop, so which helps them to, make the picture look like a wallpaper. Okay, yes. So it doesn't come out when you click it, but you need to give them a good highlight, contrast, adding the things which we used to do in a film process. True. So film lab. So right now the film lab is not there, so that's why we are using a digital technique of clicking it.
And what about in the 1 year program? Do they get advanced editing techniques?
Yeah, in 1 year program we are teaching them how to retouch the skins and plus to get the professional look to the image. Okay.
So it's an absolute professional, skill-based program, and you can do photography, cinematography, and get a good, I think, grasp of what the industry looks like at this point of time.
Yeah, the thing is actually we are working on the industry first, like what they want. So according to that, we are making our syllabus ready. So the student, when they step up, they need to have a good scope in the market. Yes. Because the market is more important for us. Because learning, see, the people who wants to do, the maximum people go for like being engineers or being doctors or something. But the people who are into this field, they need to bit of struggle more. Okay, but they have a very good scope in future. That's true. Okay, so and right now all the Bollywood movies, Hollywood movies are coming in Goa to do the shoot.
True. So I think skill is something that needs to be crafted, practiced, and you need to get very professional at it. And if you like photography and cinematography, or you would like to take a 6 or 12-month course to better your skills, Chowgule's is the place to come. Thank you so much, Mr. Presley, and I hope that you go ahead and make everybody look very pretty. Thank you. Well, we are here with mentor Pranesh Dessai here at Chowgule College, and this is a skill segment that we're talking about, and it is art and painting. Drawing and painting. And as we can see, there's a full setup of things. When can a student enroll in this skilled segment?
Actually, anytime you can join it. It's like it's every day 2 hours course. You can join it. There's a freedom to do it anytime. Student wants from college also. Okay. Yeah.
How many months is it in that sense?
We have a 3 months drawing and painting course. We teach drawing and little bit of painting. It's a skill-based course actually. And another one we have 1 year we have. And now we are starting with BWalk also actually, bachelor's in vocationals in animation and filmmaking.
Which will
Yeah.
be painting as a base because they needed to get their structures right to go ahead into animation.
Yeah, actually, because painting in art, it's not about painting and drawing also. It's what we teach in art is about all other things like perspective, geometry, and human anatomy. So this is the basic knowledge for doing animation and photography because perspective and all is required. Then color is also an important element in photography as well as animation. You do vector graphics, so drawing and painting is the base actually.
The base for a lot of different creative skills and creative professions has art and understanding what you said, perspective, light, dimensions in its base. Right now we're in in an actual scene. What is this class about? What is happening? Why the light? Why? If you could tell our viewers so they could get a better view of what's happening.
So this is a still life actually. So over here some objects are kept. These objects are placed in such a way, it's a composition kind of a thing. The students have to first draw it, do the shading of it with light falling on it, the shadow and the light you have to show, differentiate between it. And then you have to paint it in color. So these are the two stages they have to do actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of fine detailing. I can see there's a lot of minute. So this technique is taught to them. And how long does an average student take to learn these techniques?
It takes time actually. You have to do sketches first, little bit. You have to train your hand.
A very strong foundation is set if you want to go ahead, and of course there are a lot of bachelor's in vocationals, BWalk programs here in Chowgule. And just before entering into animation or a creative field of your choice, you can understand light, color, design, structure, texture, perspective right here. And
Also the understanding, I can say you can. It's like art, appreciating art actually, basically, because you have to start it from the earlier stage. You have to know about art. What was it from the earlier times? What was the history behind it? Absolutely. And now what you are doing in a contemporary, what you are going to do with contemporary art right now.
Absolutely.
Actually.
Also, what benefits do you think a student has after finishing this program? Let's just say a 6-month program here at Chowgule. What's the benefits?
Benefits mean you won't get job from 6 months course.
Yes, of
but
course.
yeah, but the basic knowledge, at least you can draw if you need to draw, because many people come here that they don't know any skills, how to draw. So at least we take care of a student that he can at least draw and paint. So at least basics. So 6 months is very less time actually for a skill to develop, but we do it in such a way that at least they can draw something. Absolutely. Like many filmmakers also come here to learn storyboarding and all, because it is very important part of the pre-production. Absolutely. So they can a director can sit and do his own sketches actually. Yes. So it's very important for
Correct. So in most of the creative fields, and I can vouch for that, even if you are a music composer, but you have to, in today's day and age, put something on your CD and you have to put an image on it. You need to have a very creative, visually creative outlook, which I think art gives you. Thank you so very much, and it was nice speaking to you. I hope a lot of students come in and make great use of this lovely skill-based program. Thank you so very much.
Thanks, sir.